It is still dreary outside, so you're in the perfect spot right in front of your television to be out of the weather today. And welcome back to San Antonio Living. Before you carve into your turkey roast or maybe set the table for your big Christmas feast, we want to help you get brushed up on all of your table etiquette and terms, too. Boy, I need help with this. And joining us this morning is etiquette expert Diane Gottsman, and she's got some tips on how to have a polite and, should I say, proper holiday as well?
That's right. A proper holiday. It'll be more comfortable for everyone concerned.
You know, and here's the deal. I'm getting ready to host family over to my house for the big Christmas Day meal. And I'm already thinking about, okay, do I have the right dishes? Where does the third fork go if I need that?
You're going to need 3 forks?
Probably not. See, I don't even know what I'm serving yet. So it's a little overwhelming.
It is. And, you know, just knowing the rules makes you feel so much more comfortable. And one of the most important rules is to not drink from your neighbor's water glass. And it's such a simple rule, and we learn it, and sometimes we forget it. But if you make a little B and a D, your bread plate is always going to go on the left, and your drink is always going to go on your right. So I mean, that's simple.
And you know what? I use that all the time, especially if you're at someone's home and there are a lot of people around it and you're nervous because you're sitting down, you're trying to remember. And so I'll just sit there and put my little hands like that and go, okay, I've got B and D. And
this is what I learned. That's right.
Or you also can kind of go like this, and that will help you as well, maybe for the kids, because you don't want to go for the wrong drink. That is for sure. Okay, here's another biggie. What should you do if someone drinks from your water glass? Maybe they don't do the B and the D.
Well, I'm going to tell you what you certainly should not do, and that's drink from the other person's water glass. In other words, it should not be bread plate roulette or a water glass roulette. You drank from mine, now I'm going to drink from the wrong one as well. So just, if you're at a restaurant, if you're eating out this holiday, just discreetly ask your server for another water glass. If you're at someone's home, you can just get up and get another glass of water. You know, you don't want to point it out and say, hey, that's my water glass. And if someone's eating from your bread plate, just take your bread and put it on the left side of your plate. Or guess what? Skip the bread. You're not that hungry.
Okay, so the thing is, don't make that other person feel bad.
Never call them out.
Okay, all right. Good advice there. Here's another biggie. Which way do you pass the food?
To the right.
To the right.
So you pass it counterclockwise. Now, mind you, it's not going to ruin the meal if you don't pass it the right way, but it's always nice to know. You know, these are little tips that show that you've paid attention to detail.
Okay, pass it to the right.
Pass it to the right.
So the bread is on the left and the drink is on the right. There you go. Okay, I've got this down so far. Okay, here's another thing. Oh, so you're taking a big bite, you get some gristle or something in your mouth, and I mean, you want to spit it out, but you can't. What do you do?
If you're at someone's home and there's a linen napkin, okay, you certainly don't want to spit it out in their linen napkin. And you're not going to like this answer, but the protocol of what to do with a gristle or bone in general is index finger and thumb, left hand, cover it with your right hand, and place it discreetly on your plate.
Really?
That's where it should go.
You can use your hand.
Your left hand, index finger and thumb. Because who wants gristle and their beautiful napkin? At the end of the night, you know, you're going to see all of these. Hopefully there's no gristle on your turkey or your ham.
But sometimes it does happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and you just don't want to bring attention to it, just
and
discreetly
certainly
do that.
Not on a utensil. You know, I have heard people say, well, I learned to spit it out on a fork. Now, what is polished about that? We don't want to see gristle on a spoon or a fork.
See, I think I remember hearing something about that too. So there's some misinformation out there. Okay, oh, here's another one that happens a lot, especially if you've got kids. What do you do if you drop a utensil on the floor?
If you're at a restaurant, you're going to leave the utensil on the floor. So you're going to kick it out of the way so someone doesn't trip on it. If you're at someone's home, you're going to pick it up and take it to the kitchen and just get yourself another utensil.
Okay, all right. So at the restaurant, just leave it there, and then when you're in someone's home, it's a little different rule there. Okay, the next question, what is the best way to temporarily excuse myself from the table? Like, say you've got to go to the ladies' room. Do you announce that?
Absolutely not. And you know, that is one of the most commonly asked questions. What do I do if I have to leave the table to go to the restaurant? What you don't do is say, I have to go to the bathroom. You just say, excuse me, take your napkin, wipe your mouth, put the napkin on the chair, push your chair in, and walk away. Now, when we say, please excuse me, this is what women tend to do. We tend to say where we're going. And then if we don't say where we're going, the guys say, well, where are you going? Are you okay? Where are you going? Is your stomach okay? What?
Yes, yes, I know.
So just, please excuse me, and the other person says, okay, thank you.
Okay. Also, here's another biggie that a lot of people find themselves in. Where does my napkin go when I leave the table? You said to put it in the chair, but what if you've got a chair with arms on it? Do you hang it on the arm or in the chair?
It still goes on the chair. in between, when you're excusing yourself temporarily, when you're getting up from the table completely at the end of the meal, you're going to put it back up on the table.
Okay.
Left side of your empty plate or the center if your plate is gone.
Okay, I can remember that. What if someone has like something in between their teeth?
Tell them. Tell them.
Wait, you just go,
Now, yeah. Well, you can just say.
or maybe you verbalize.
I
It sounds
know.
better than it.
Preface it with, I know you'd want to know there's something in your teeth.
Okay.
And for the person that has it in their teeth, don't and grab a fork and start picking at it. You want to take the glass and let the water or some liquid hit your teeth, and it's probably going to work 20% of the time. It's probably not going to work, but it's a good effort. And
Maybe you just have to excuse yourself.
That's right.
Put the
And
napkin
then
down
you
and
say,
go.
excuse me.
Okay, there you go. All right, now we've got some table terms. Oh my goodness, I'm glad we have. Producers put pronouncers in there, but I'm still going to have a hard time. Amuse-bouche?
Amuse-bouche. And you're not going to see that at grandma's table or
Okay.
even our table, that term. But what that is a tiny little morsel of food that's going to blunt your appetite. So think of it as an appetizer. But when you go traveling to a very nice restaurant, holiday or no holiday, that's a term you should know that's on the menu.
Amuse-bouche.
Amuse-bouche.
Okay, what about bouillabaisse?
Bouillabaisse.
What
Do you
is
know
that?
what it is?
No.
You want to guess?
Well, I've got the answer here.
It's a
but-
fish stew. It's a fish stew.
Okay.
And when you're out at a restaurant and you're ordering, it's much better to know the term than to say, I'll take that right there, pointing. So just know. And you don't want, and here's one that's not on our list, foie gras. It's enlarged goose liver. And if see that face? See that face?
Yes.
So if someone orders it and you don't like it, don't go, oh, gross. We have to teach our children to not say that
Thank you very
at the holiday table when they put out the broccoli casserole.
What about
Ooh.
carpaccio?
Carpaccio?
Carpaccio.
It's thinly sliced raw meat.
glad we have you here.
Thinly sliced raw meat drizzled with oil.
Okay, quiche Lorraine, I know.
And it's not Quickie Lorraine.
Okay, all right. I
yeah.
would like to eat that. And then what about prefix?
Prefix is a set menu with a set price,
Okay.
and it is not pre-fee. People tend to say fee instead of fix. So think of a fixed amount on a meal. Prefix. It's 3 or 4 courses at a certain amount.
Okay, and vichyssoise?
Vichyssoise. It's potato and leeks. Easy. Potato and leeks. If you don't like
That's
potatoes,
basic,
that's it.
but it's got a fancy name. There
Fancy
you go.
name.
Okay, the next time I go to a fancy restaurant, I'm going to call you first. Take you with me so I'll know how to say all these things. Okay, if you are interested in learning more about etiquette and would like to have a class yourself or possibly for your kids, then Diane Gottsman is your woman. She's with Protocol School of Texas, and you can get more information by going to our website, psotx.com, or also dianegottsman.com. The number to dial is 826-7400, and we'll be right back. Woo!